live from Twitch.tv and Dare to Be Different podcast. We thank God for each and every one of you joining us today. And we're just thankful for another podcast on a Sunday evening.
Yes.
Yeah, on a Sunday evening, we're going to have us another podcast. So we just thank God again. Like I said, we're here to just to, like I say, not do anything major, just talk to you. Because we're not doing a major lesson. We don't want to start one this soon. But we just want to share word, whatever God gives us at this moment, and kind of just talk to you and see how things go with you. Like I said, you can join us on this. You can join us on this broadcast. You can get in the chat, kind of talk to us, whatever the case might be. If you happen to be seeing us, if you got our tweets, we're all live, and we are here to, just like I said, just share with you what God has shared with us. So, hello, wife.
Hello, how are you? My wonderful husband.
Yeah, my wonderful wife. So we spent the weekend together. This is our last day spent together because we had Saturday and Sunday. This is her weekend also. And a co-worker of mine, he took a Saturday, so I ended up having Saturday and Sunday off, which worked out pretty good. Also, too, it also worked out because, like I said, I get a 3-day weekend because tomorrow I'll be off. And then tomorrow, I actually do my gaming stream. Tomorrow I didn't do it today because I spent time with her. But we'll do it on tomorrow. Start at about 8. And we'll stream up to about time I go get her, which will be about 1:30. And then we'll be done for that until that night, which will be probably around about sooner. Well, yeah, we did pretty early. Usually we do earlier than this. Between 7 and 8, we'll do our nightly, weekly, daily podcast that we do. Because I want y'all to understand something. That I'm not a gamer. My friends that follow me and those that are with me in this community that we have together, they're gamers. Like Cornerstone is gaming now, so he probably won't see me until he's done with his stream. I think Armor Faith, she's streaming right now. The rest of the brothers and sisters that usually stream, they're not here. But they stream, they stream games. Now I do stream games, but I only do it like a couple of times out the week. But the rest of the time we use our Twitch for our podcast, which it lets us do that, and we thank God for it. So at least we get, we don't pay for it, but at least it's my money's worth in a sense. And that's the goal, is to get back on Twitch Prime and so we won't have a whole lot of commercials when I watch people and stuff like that. But the whole goal is just to kind of get our partnership, get affiliate and stuff like that. I'm using OBS, my old OBS, the other one. I was going to use my Streamlabs OBS tonight. And I had all my little stuff going on and everything, and for some odd reason it won't connect to the internet. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs. I'm gonna have to find out what it is, because it won't connect to the stream. So I don't know if it's just a glitch or something going on with it or whatever. But whatever the case is, I wouldn't be able to use it. I had a nice little cup in the corner, and I had my goals and all this, the regular stuff you see on the stream. I wanted to be more professional, and I am going to use it once I get it up and going.
Yeah.
And so once we get it connected up and going, then we'll be using that. And this right here will be our backup. Thank God I still had it and I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah. That's the old reliable right there. It
Yeah.
might burn up some CPU and drop some frames, but at least it works.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been recording videos with this one since the day I've known about OBS. And you talk to a person that really never really got into this area of doing this, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was so kind of self-taught. Wife's the same way. She'll try to teach herself different things new that she never did before. So we learn new things. We self-teach us. We research it. We find out basically how it works. So when I was telling her, I said, well, I want to go ahead and do some gaming, so I'm gonna have to learn how to use OBS. She like, what's that? And so I had to tell her what it was, of course, and then we had to I had to self-teach myself how to use it, because I had no idea how to set it. But then I found out it had the new one updated with an auto feature, with an auto configuration feature, that if you hit it, it'll automatically configure everything. So I had to go in there and do all that. So I thank God, that I did. It made that feature, because I didn't know how to set it. So it made it easy for me. So we auto configure where it works, and it works perfectly. Like I said, I know it uses a lot of CPU. Right now it's doing pretty good. I mean, it's not using a whole lot, but because I don't have a whole lot running other than my auditions, and my auditions are side by side with it, and it doesn't use up anything its own self. So they're using a whole lot less CPU. It'll start climbing after a while. It's staying between 7 and 8, which is pretty decent. If it gets higher than that, then yeah, we know we got something running that should be running, and then my stuff will start dropping. So whatever. But so far everything's good, and there's nobody on the internet in the whole building other than us, so we're good. So we should have a good stream tonight. Everybody should be able to see us and hear us. We looked at the one we did on night before last, because we didn't do a stream last night. We started to take a break. And but night before last we did a stream, and we did it, which if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the actual video up here on there. Since I mentioned it, I'm gonna put it up there from yesterday, day for yesterday, so you can be able to see it. Click on that banner and you can see it from once you get through a disc. But like I said, yeah, we also we did that one, and we looked at it on Twitch, and we didn't have any drops, and we didn't have any problems, so it was pretty good. So I learned it was a happy medium as far as how I want to have everything going. Got a lot of noise in the background. It's my fan. I forgot to cut my fan down. But other than that, I mean, like I say, what we're trying to do, we're trying to make it where it'll be quality streams for you, so that you won't have to. So you can be able to hear the message. You'll be able to see that we do things with excellence. We just ain't throw it together, because believe me, boy, we seen some throw together stuff. Now, I got a friend of mine. I'm not talking about, but my friend of mine, he is the master of making do with what you got. He actually encouraged me to do a lot of the stuff he does. He's a nerd just like me. He's older than me, and he's a minister as well. And he has a ministry, and his ministry basically he does a lot of social media. That man's on everything. That man on Facebook, he's on Twitter, he's on YouTube. Well, yeah, he is still on YouTube.
Whatever they have.
Whatever they got that you can social media that you can do, he did it. And we tried to pattern that, but it didn't work for us.
Yeah, that's too much to keep up with. Because he's on LinkedIn, everything. I said,
he's on LinkedIn, yeah.
Plus, I said,
So we're on maybe half that. I mean, we're as much as we can handle and monitor, because we're the only ones monitoring it. So we had a team of people monitoring all that stuff, then yeah, we would be able to. But we monitor that. She does mostly. So I want to be able for her to be able to monitor it, and it not, it be overwhelming. So, but yeah, he's the third person. He kind of encouraged me to do a lot of stuff. Just make do with what you got. So he didn't have a whole, he didn't have a set and a green screen, and he would do it in different places. And whatever message he did it in his car. I think he did like a lot of YouTube. So YouTube in his car, he would be in the park, he would be in front of his yard.
Yeah. At least he was willing to start.
He did it wherever he could do it, and he was willing to do it. A few times he had a building, and I think they was doing the church in, and he would do it in the church, and we filmed him in one of the churches he was in ourselves. We put him on YouTube. And so I mean he's a master of making do with what you got.
Yeah.
So he encouraged me. He said, "Hey man, don't wait on." I said, "Well, hey, if he can do that, then we can do that." But I wanted it to be better. I didn't want it to be,
Yeah.
just throw it together. Because I've seen now, not for him.
But I think because he was just starting off.
He was just starting off.
He had very little knowledge also. So.
Well, he had the
I think he just didn't have the proper equipment.
He just had the proper setting.
Yeah.
And I think he was more mobile, so he just did a lot of stuff moving around. Like Periscope would have been perfect for him.
Yeah.
If he'd have Periscope or stuff like that, he's more a mobile guy. He doesn't do stuff just like we do. We sit down, and but that's the plan later on. That was our idea, is using Periscope so we can be mobile. But since our Periscope is jacked up, and Periscope's not there, our signals are messed up, we decided, well, we're just going to go another route. So we can film it and just upload it like we always do. It won't be a live feed. It'll just be recorded like we did before. And we just upload to YouTube or whatever. But anyway, enough about our lives and our complications. We just wanted you to know that we believe in having quality stuff. That's why we make sure that what we present is true and correct. How we present ourselves, we don't come, we are casual, because like say we're in our own home, so we're not outside anywhere, kind of just hanging. We're here, so since we're here, that's the reason why we look like we look. We're not dressed up just to be, we want to look decent when we come on the scene. When we come on the screen, we want to be decent. But then too, on the same token, we want to bring you quality stuff that you can be able to say, hey, they actually put some effort into this, and they actually look like they know what they're doing. So, and at half the time, I have no clue what I'm doing. This is all new to me. I never got into audio or video. Video editing was a whole new world for me, and I know it was a little simple to some people, but I never really got into it until earlier. I think when we started videoing, when I was at the apartment. When I was videoing, this is how I did it. I was on Blog Talk Radio. I had a earpiece in the ear, and I was filming myself. We had bought a little Sony camera. For about $200-something. We bought a little Sony. I got a tripod, put it on tripod, put it about maybe 3-4 feet away from me. I'm sitting on a chair, nice chair too. We had furniture, nice furniture at the time. Sitting on a nice chair with this thing in the background on whiteboard, this big metal thing she bought, put behind me, and 2 lamps, and the room was dark, but I filmed them. I did them all. I filmed them. We had a bunch of videos. To this day, I don't know. We lost them all, but we had I did a bunch of videos, and I was editing it then. I was using Windows Video Movie Maker. That's what it came out. It was already on the computer, so I was using that to edit my videos. And so that's how I did little things where they come in on the video, and it was real nice. I would learn how to do that again. I'm gonna do it. So where you can do little effects and all that. So yeah, I did all that, and just use Movie Maker. So it pretty, if I find out there's something I can do, then I'll go ahead and try it, just to see how it works. So, and so, yeah, but other than that, my wife's the same way. She got, like I said, she started getting a knack for making these different scenes, all these things you see on the scene. She made a lot of that stuff. She created that, finds it, put it up there. Put it together, and we just use it. There's a picture. She'll put us in it. A lot of the pictures she just jacking around. And then next thing she got is real nice stuff. I also like to showcase some of that stuff. And all this, she just took frames. They made automatic frames they just got, and she just stuck our picture in them, and she found out there's something they can put text, so she put text on them. I think on this one that we got on here, you did that one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where she found the hexagon from. She found the hexagon, put text on it, and faded it out. So, now she faded it, but it looks good. And she did that on the phone. She did it on her phone. She just took the phone out and just had this app that she downloaded, mobile app, and she just did it. And she started showing me all that stuff. So our picture that you see on Twitch. It did that, and so I put one of my background on the computer. So I she got it on the phone, and I mean it's just we got backgrounds, wallpapers for everything. So we don't lack that kind of stuff.
No.
So like I say, that she made not only she made that one, she made this one too. So
Yeah.
so we had two different types. So once we get whatever we talk about, that's what we basically get the banner for. So like I said, we like I say, we're not gonna be for you too long. We're gonna try to be as brief positive.
Yeah.
We're giving people a chance to kind of come in. I know a lot of people haven't got tweet, and then some of them are kind of either gone or streaming or whatever.
Yeah.
So we give them enough chance. Usually about halfway through, I get people coming in, so they a little late, but they on the way to the party. So,
Yes.
so like I said, I guess we'll talk about what we're going to do for next week.
Yeah.
We were talking about, we just not too long ago, we were praying and believing God. We were praying over a list of things that we were believing God for. Also, I know there's a feature that I could use for that, to show you a list, our Amazon list of what we actually was believing God for. And we actually got some things that we want to upgrade, some things that we actually want to purchase for the ministry and for the podcast and for the gaming part of it as well. It's all the same thing, so we want to get stuff for that.
Yeah. And also, we want to be able to do it, just not right here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she wanted to be more mobile, so we're looking at getting mobile cameras, mobile mics. We're gonna do more mobile kind of stuff, so we do more mobile recording. We can do more places. I want to, change sceneries. Because most of the time, all the time, y'all see us, we right here. I mean, because I don't have any external stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, all my stuff is stationary. The mics are here. My camera's here. You're not able to take it out with us.
Yeah.
We don't have that kind of camera, but we're working on where we could be able to do more mobile podcasts. We can actually do satellites. We can go out and we can interview people. We can do kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's our goal, is to really just do it in more places than just here. We want to be able to do in IRL kind of stuff, in real life kind of stuff, just travel, talk to you and talk to the community, and just talk as we go and do whatever. Like we decide that we go to Moody Gardens, we can take our camera out there and we can film our journey, and we can talk to you about what we are looking at, and just kind of just be mobile and be you'll see include you in parts of our lives, and just kind of you relate to us.
And that's what we probably call it in real life.
No, that's
our real life. Yeah,
but that's what we actually, that's what the thing actually calls it on Twitch.
Well, we just gonna just.
Well, we'll talk about we'll say where we are. We'll say whatever we are and stuff like that. Our family outing, or our couple's trip, or whatever we call it. But it's gonna say the category be in real life. But the thing is, the whole point of the thing is that what we want to do is be more mobile.
Yeah.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
So once we do that, I think it'll be a big asset to us, because they'll get to see a different type. That's why I said about him, he was never in the same place all the time. I mean, like you said, like when it's him and his wife did it, a lot of times they were sitting using his phone. They was using his phone, and he was sitting in his van. They had a van at the time, and you can see top of the van, so you see their face in the top of the van. And they did that. That's how they did their YouTube. And so he basically just kind of just changed up. And sometimes he would do it in his home, because he couldn't do it in the house because there's so many people. So he had to go outside, and he would have to change venues because there's so many people in the house. It would have been a mess.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. A lot of times he would do it in different places because of the fact that he had a lot of people around, like us.
Yeah.
we're in a closed room.
So it's we empty nesters. So
yeah, we empty nesters. There's nobody, and it's just us. And then we're in a closed room most of the time, and we don't have a lot of traffic in front of our door at certain times. That's why we do them at certain times. And the reason why we do them at this time is because of the fact that these people pretty much either already sleep or they ain't made it in yet. A lot of them hadn't made it in yet. So usually about 9 they start passing. So we try not to stream or do a podcast during the time because you hear everything. One time we actually had a podcast. We had to stop it.
Yeah.
But we had to cut it because they had took like 15 minutes. These people were standing in front of our door talking loud. And they was on the mic, and what happened, I went to be right back, but you could still hear me talking in the background. Some kind of way I ended up, you could still hear me. I don't know how that happened because they don't have an input for it, but you can hear me in the podcast. I think what it was, in the OBS you can't hear me, but I didn't mute my mic. So on my audition, so in the audio version of it, you could still hear me talking. But down in the video, the audio you can hear me, but not the video. So I had to cut it out of the audio basically, and because I told them I'd be right back, and then I came back. And I said you can tell that I cut it out. So, but I didn't want y'all to hear all that because it was just ridiculous. These people talking loud, and I was like, these people standing in front of the door. How's this going on? So yeah, you have cases like that. I've had to stop podcasts because people start cussing in front. I had two dudes cursing in front of the door one time. Each other, one cussing, he cussed from the balcony at the other guy on the ground, and they ready to fight, talking loud and ignorant as the black folks say. I mean, there's some things you run. I know a lot of you probably run into them kind of situations where, and when you're doing it live, that's gonna happen. So, but to talk about what we're gonna do next week, we're gonna try to attempt to do a lesson. The reason why I say attempt because it may change. Yeah. We plan on doing a lesson on talking about 6 hindrances to your faith. Why is my faith not working? That's basically gonna be the subtopic of it. It's gonna talk about 6 hindrances as to why my faith doesn't work.
Right.
And we're going to do that lesson. It's going to be a help for us, and it's also going to be a help for you because we're going to try to examine why a lot of times we believe for things and they don't happen.
Right.
So we're going to find out on next week as to what happening, what happens when we don't believe God. When we believe God for something and it does not manifest, what's the problem? So.
And we'll be telling you how faith works. And how it doesn't work.
Yeah. And what faith is and what faith is not. Yeah. Because a lot of people, and here's another thing, what your faith should be in.
That's it.
Because a lot of people think that faith should be in thing or focused on the thing. And that was the teaching that a lot of times the teaching has been misconstrued as being you focusing on your faith. And you gonna faith it in, or faith that you get your faith on that thing and your faith on it. No,
that means your faith is in faith and faith.
Yeah,
you have to have faith in God.
Yeah, you faith in.
You having faith in faith. You need to have faith in God.
That's right. So you can't have faith in faith. You can't have faith in the thing. You have to have the faith in God who provides it.
That's it.
All it is to make it simple. It's not. They have people have whole doctrines around it, but really it's just simply trust. I mean, one of the definitions is basically trust, or confidence. You are confident that God says is going to do exactly what He says He's going to do, and you don't question it.
That's it.
You just believe it without a doubt and without question. And so it's just like a kid. You tell a child, and they know your character enough to know that when you tell them that you're going to do something, they believe you for what you said. They take your word for it. Like you tell them, okay, we're on Saturday we're gonna go to the park. Well, they're looking forward to that.
Yes.
They're gonna say every day they gonna tell their friends, especially if you told them Monday, Saturday we're gonna go to the park. Oh man, Saturday, me and my mama are gonna go to the park. So they tell them Tuesday, yeah, we going to the park. We gonna do this. It starts getting bigger and bigger as
they start getting excited. Yeah, and they start getting this high hope and this high expectation. Yeah, that's the. Well, I don't want to teach the lesson, but they that expectation You know, go ahead. I don't want to get to this.
Go ahead, tell them.
Yeah, so they start to get this high expectation, and that's really what God wants us to have to, you know, not only believe it, but to expect it. You have to have that expectation that He, you know.
And you haven't even seen evidence of you going to the park as a kid. He don't even see evidence. He hadn't seen anything. He don't even know what park he going to. All he knows is he's excited about going.
Yeah, that my mama said it, and I believe it, and they take it.
Yeah, take it.
And why in the world, if that little kid can do all that, you know, and knowing all that God has done for us. Yeah. And then we have heaped up enough memorials in our life to know that, okay, if God did this for me and He did this and He did that, then He's able to do anything. Yeah. And just like that childlike faith, that child had that faith in their parent, or that confidence in their parents, and we should be the same with God. You know, we should be expecting it any day now. Don't put your faith in the future, but you know that He's gonna do it for me now. Yeah. And so that's why that kid, like you were saying, how that kid be looking forward to it. Yeah. They be looking forward. I mean, for example, my grandkids, if I tell...
oh, yeah.
I have two little granddaughters.
Yes, Lord. Them two there.
I told them that I was going to... I didn't tell them when. I don't never hang myself. Oh, no, I don't hang myself. But
they expected when you say
if I tell them I'm going to do it this day, I don't give them a day, but I do tell them, well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And so they'll say, well, they'll call. They say, well, Grandma, you said you're going to do this. I say, and I am. I hadn't forgot. I always tell them, no, I hadn't forgot. You know, I just hadn't slowed down enough to, you know, to do it. But I say I'm going to do it. So I don't never tell them I'm going to do it Monday, Tuesday. I don't give them no day. No. Because I know sometimes I'm on the go. And I'm on the go, and you know. So I don't give them a date, but I do tell them, well, we're going to do this. And they expect it. I don't care if I told them last month. And if they see me, they're going to remind me, because they are still in expectation mode. Yeah. They are still expecting me to do, you know, what I said. I always let them know. I said, well, I hadn't forgotten, you know. So.
And that's the same way we have to do God. And a lot of times we have to say, God, you said that you was going to do it. And I expect that you do exactly what you said. I'm believing you for you to do exactly what you said. You have to, and you have to recall to Him what He basically told you. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't think that once they just said it, they just leave it alone. They don't talk about it anymore. Well, so you don't talk about it because you're talking about it. It's like you ain't faith. No, you can talk about it to the point where you can expect.
That's it.
What you can speak it into existence by your expectation. Yeah. You expect God to do it, and you tell people that He's going to. Yeah. And so just like the kid tells the people that he's going to go to the park on a certain day. Yeah. He expect, you know, his expectation is for God or for the parent to do exactly what they say.
And if that child think that you had forgotten about them, what you had said, they're going to remind you. Yeah. So a lot of times when God promises something, that it takes some time, you know, it's just depending. Yeah. God told me He was going to do something for me, and it happened right then and there. Some things I had to wait long periods of time, different, you know. So, and sometimes things that God promised me, it hadn't come to pass yet. Yeah. But I had to realize that the delay don't mean denial. Yeah. But sometimes we'll feel like, well, God, you done forgot all about me. So He even reminds us that I hadn't forgotten you. He even send confirmations. He'll send, you know, He'll confirm it, you know, through you Himself that I hadn't forgotten about you. That's right. Because we do have tendencies to do that. And sometimes I go to God, I'm like, oh, Lord, did you forget? I do, you know, hey, I'm real, and He God wants us to be. He wants us to be real with Him, you know, and you can have that type of relationship where He know your thoughts are far off, and He'll even before you can even say it, He'll tell you know, I hadn't forgotten about you, you know. And He'll give you these little reminders, So, go ahead.
So yeah, that's what it's about. It's about us expecting God to do exactly what He said. If He promised it already, then He'll do exactly what He said He'll do. And so when we teach on this, we don't want you. That's what the bedrock of it is that we want you to understand that your faith is not to be in faith. No, your faith is not to be in the thing, but your faith is in the God that provides it.
Yeah, like God, I have this confidence.
Yeah, know, and just trust that you're gonna do what you're gonna do,
that you're gonna bring it to pass.
That's
you know,
it.
It's and so that's what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna, you know, I don't want to So see, when it come down to fate, I can just.
No, and that's why.
So I'm trying not to give. Yeah, I'm trying not to teach the whole lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to give you like little bits and pieces and nuggets to encourage you, because that's my thing. Is I can go with that.
Yeah, she can go with that. But see, and then like I said, we want to make sure that we encourage you in the way that you're to go. Mm-hmm. So that you can be able to be encouraged in the things of God and the works of God. And so that's the reason why we're here. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, I'm going to knock my stuff out. Let me go back to I want to put a link up, mm-hmm. and so you could be able to reach us. Mm-hmm. If you notice that I got this exclamation Discord and exclamation website, mm-hmm. It's actually our Discord and website. If you go to the Discord, mm-hmm. if you have a prayer request, like it says here in the chat, mm-hmm. if you have a prayer request or a praise report, you can go in and click on that link. Mm-hmm. It'll take you to our Discord. There's an invite page. You can go there and you can check it out. Mm-hmm. Also, too, you can go in and check our website, which is under our screen as well, which is embracingmarriagetogether.wordpress.com. You can go there and check us out there. And put that up, mm-hmm. and so you can see that. And so I love that when you do that. Up a little bit. There it is. And that's the link to the website, so you can go there and check mm-hmm. that out. If you're looking at this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna have a info of the video above us. So you can see the last video that we talked about, which mm-hmm. was the one we did yesterday day for yesterday. And so you can check that out. And mm-hmm. Also check out it'll also give you a link. This also will give you a link to the podcast itself. It has a link on the post. You can go there to post on the website. It also give you a link to the actual post that'll take you to that actual website, which will be embracingmarriage.powerbeing.com. Mm-hmm. Also on that website, if you want to be a patron, I'm going to create a link for that later on, but if you want to become a patron, which is a person that supports us financially each month for our podcast and also for the continuation of our ministry in the podcast, you could go there on that particular page. Once you mm-hmm. click on that link and go to our website, it's the actual place where our podcast is, it'll actually have a button said become a patron. You click mm-hmm. on that and it'll take you to a little short form, and you can be able to donate a minimum, I think, of $2, I think. But you can donate more. You're not donate $2, but mm-hmm. like I say, you can give and sow into the ministry, because it is a ministry. Now, like I said, we're not like 501c3, you know, and that thing. You won't probably get a tax deductible, but it'll be just good for you to support. So once we get that, then we'll make that known. Mm-hmm. So right now we're getting things going. We're not like establishing a building or any kind of craziness like that. We're basically just starting off and just seeing what God wants us to do. We're taking it day by day, step mm-hmm. by step. Mm-hmm. But that right there will benefit for the podcast. Mm-hmm. It'll help for the upkeep of it, for the maintenance of it, for the any improvements that need to be made, for any equipment that needs to be done, or stuff like that. So if you want to support us and make sure that we be able to continue to do this, then feel free to go there. And also, like I say, you can follow us on Twitter, which is @Embrace Craig. You can go there and follow us and keep up with our updates. That's how we basically update everybody. Mm-hmm. And also, too, you can follow our website. And our website, of every post we do, it'll send you an email. Whatever you fill out an email, it'll send you an email of the post itself mm-hmm. with the podcast and the show notes showing you what we had done. Well, if there's nothing else. Everybody gonna catch us late, because like I say, we're not staying on too long, because we want to kind of do this and get out the way. Since we have no particular person, no particular questions and stuff. I did do if you go to the Discord, I did a thing called #questions. Mm-hmm. chat the question channel. You can submit your questions there. On Fridays we try to answer questions. So if you happen to have any questions or any kind of questions about anything, about faith, about whatever, just put them in that. Put them there. We'll be able to pull them up, and we'll answer at least 2 or 3 of them on Friday. Yeah. So if you're listening to this, we're going to continue talking about that. But at any rate, we thank God for you being with us. And as we go out, we just thank God for you listening to us once again. And
we would like to say, may God bless and keep you is our prayer. And y'all have a good night.
God bless you.